What's up, guys? We had a very special guest stop by the studio here, George the cat, and he's settled up in my bed, and I'm gonna go say what's up to him. Well, I had my time with the cat there. Cats purr when you pet them. It's pretty cool. Let's go on to the word. Welcome to the word. Hey kids, this week the word is fake news. Now, fake news actually has some nuance in its definition. In some cases, fake news is simply that. It's untrue facts, some straight up lies. There is an old clip of CNN where a dude pretends to be in a war zone in the Middle East. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but I think Gulf War. And then it pulls back, and it's just a set, and they're all just screwing around. Let's play that tape.
The crowd, the white say. You may smell some of the fumes from a missile exhaust going off. The missiles use a rocket, a cordite, some sort of burning. We just heard a little thump just then, but I have to apologize for that. I caught a whiff of something.
Je suis un journaliste américain. Woof. Woof. Oh, I love this country so much. You can tell it's been launched. Thank you.
Graffiti on it? Yeah, show me graffiti.
Larry King show or bust. Look at this.
Look
at this. Look at this shit. Look at.
Believe that. Let me say hi.
Well, that was some fake news. Fake news is also propaganda being put out by people with extreme ideologies. Hard right-wing outlets, hard left-wing outlets. They both do the same thing. Where do you get most of the fake news that makes you argue with your Facebook friends? That's right, from social media. You know, I hate them fuckers. It's shared as a meme and gets everyone riled up. Would you believe that like a news crew would set up a protest or a memorial just to tug at your heartstrings? Take a look at this. Ridiculous. Fake news can also just be what a person believes is fake news. A Trump hater can see a news story that says something positive about Trump, then declare it fake news because they don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. A Trump supporter can see a negative story about Trump. I mean, I don't know if any of those exist. I mean, Trump's probably our most beloved president ever, right? But a Trump supporter could see a negative story about Trump and declare it fake news because they don't want to believe it. So what is real news? Besides a hilarious segment on the White Jesus Show. Well, real news is actual facts that have taken place. But people are emotional beings, so the reporter that's reporting on actual facts could spin it. So, White Jesus, you may be asking yourself, are you really asking yourself that? Where do we find real news? First, never believe anything you see on your phone. Second, do your own research. That could get tricky because we mostly research things on Google who I do not trust. I know they're up to something. But honestly, it's the best way to research something. Third, move to England. BBC is usually still pretty good at news, I think. But you might not want to move across the pond to get news. Here's the cultural effect of fake news and social media in general. It causes so much division and disharmony. I can't count the amount of times my mom has told me what my friend, when I was 4 years old, posts on Facebook because he's hardcore conservative, big Trump supporter, and I freaking love him because he was my first best friend. And I could give a fuck what he puts on Facebook, but it bothers my mom, and she engages with them in the evilness known as the comment section. You ever seen one of them? Ooh, good lord. Last time my mom tried to tell me about one of his posts, I stopped her. I told her that it doesn't even matter. I asked her not to engage, and she didn't. It's not my mom's fault. She's a victim of the times just like the rest of us. We look at our phones and we react to what we see on our phones. And don't think for a second that your channel isn't guilty of fake or misleading news. It is. All of them. But we have to be smarter about how we receive news. CNN is fake. Fox News is fake. Everything except for Tucker Carlson is fake. I mean, he's the only one you can trust. I'm joking, of course. Tucker is there to scare you too. So fake news has become a meme made popular by former President Donald John Trump. However, the term was invented by my hero, Norm Macdonald, in the 90s.
Weekend Update with Norm Macdonald.
I'm Norm Macdonald, and now the fake news.
And he doesn't get the credit. Sometimes things you will call fake news are actually real. Like, we're living in a weird time where everything is subjective. This is the time in history where social media controls our thoughts and emotions. You know, in the 90s, we used to rage against the machine. And now we're all cogs in the machine. The more you know. The simple plain truth is that the only real news you can be sure of is that which you can see with your own eyes. Everything else take with a grain of salt and skepticism, because you might be the victim of fake news.
We're extremely proud of the quality, balanced journalism that CBS 4 News produces.
But we are concerned about the trouble and trend of irresponsible, one-sided news stories plaguing our country.
The sharing of biased and
false news has become all too common on social media.
More alarming, some media outlets publish these things that simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 And that's the word.